listen, I got a problem. In the evening, like if I have a cup of coffee, whether it's decaf or regular, I find that the acidity of the coffee bothers my stomach. So how can I pick out a coffee, or how do I make a coffee, or what can I do to not have to have less acidity and still enjoy a cup of coffee?
A lot of people are very sensitive to the acidity and the acidity of coffee. We want to have acidity in the coffee. However, we want to have a balanced acidity. Most people get bothered by coffee when they have coffee which is not, the acidity is not balanced with all the flavor of the other coffee. If we take a coffee bean and we break it down, we would have at least we have over 1,500 parts of different flavors, different parts inside of a coffee bean, and one of them is the acidity. For some of them, the components of different ones will make the acidity. What makes the acidity of a coffee is where it's growing, the soil, how it's being grown. We have to make, at Fairway, we make sure that we taste our coffee. And one of the components that we look on the coffee bean is that the acidity is well balanced with the coffee. When you come to Fairway and you have if you are a little sensitive about the acidity of the coffee, you can ask one of us to recommend you a coffee which has a low acidity. I'm going to emphasize one more time, we want acidity of the coffee, but we don't want a high acidity. Maybe we want a low acidity or a balanced acidity of the flavor. The decaf will not take the acidity away of the coffee, otherwise it takes the flavor off. Drinking a cup of coffee with no acidity is like drinking a soda with not a flat soda.
Would it matter which bean that I chose?
Yes. Maybe you want to go to some
which,
of the...
which kind of beans would I choose for lower acidity?
You want to go to some of the Central American coffee which has a mild acidity to it, like the Costa Rica, the Guatemalan, coffee. You want to go with the Santo Domingo, with the Dominican Republic coffee, all
Guatemalan. Nice.
That's the Guatemalan?
That's Velasquez.
All this coffee, we have a nice balanced acidity. You want to stay away from some of the coffee from Africa on the acidity, like the Kenya has a very, very nice, beautiful acidity, which I love it, but for some people which are sensitive to the acidity, I will stay away from there. I will stay away from some of the Ethiopian coffee which has a nice, winey acidity to it. You can find the Tanzania also has a very nice mild acidity to it. It's not that hard. And also the amount of coffee that people intake has to be with a type of acidity. It doesn't matter which coffee you have, if you want some flavor, you're going to get some acidity on it. But you want a coffee which is a nice balance. A Fairway, before we buy our green coffee, we make sure that the acidity is not out of the proportion, it's a nice balance to it. So it is safe to drink any of this coffee, but I would recommend to stay more with the Central American type of coffee. In some of the South America, like Peru has a very nice mild acidity to it.